Yeah, for sure. So colchicine has attracted a lot of interest over the last years because of the two positive randomized clinical trials in cardiology. So what these trials they did so is that low dose colchicine, they used a dose of 0.5 milligrams once daily. That this low dose can reduce the risk of major adverse cardiovascular events by 25%, including the risk of stroke by 50%. So that has created a lot of interest in the stroke community, and there are studies going on with colchicine to reduce the risk of stroke and MACE in ischemic stroke survivors. Yeah, so SUNS-3 was the first trial that was presented in acute ischemic stroke patients. So there was a study done in China, placebo-controlled RCT. So they included patients with minor stroke or high-risk TIA that they had evidence of elevated high-sensitivity CRP. So these patients, they got randomized to either low-dose colchicine. So they started with a dose of 1 milligram for 3 days, and then they shifted to 0.5 milligrams. The duration of the treatment was 90 days, and there was also a matching placebo group. So the primary endpoint of the trial was the rate of stroke recurrence at 90 days. Except for SUNS-3, there are other two ongoing RCTs in ischemic stroke, and we're doing a Vanguard phase RCT in ICH patients. Yeah, and one trial which is going on is named CONVINCE. So the rationale is a little bit the same as SUNS-3. So they're using, again, low-dose colchicine in patients with non-cardiobolic stroke. But the major difference in here is that they use the colchicine for a longer period of time. So in SUNS-3, they used it only for 90 days, and maybe that could be the reason of seeing neutral results coming in from this trial. So from what I know, CONVINCE has finished recruitment, so now they're doing follow-up. And they are hopeful, from what I know again, that they want to present it in the upcoming ESO 2024. I think it's going to be really important to see the results of this trial. And there is another one going on in France, and hopefully it will start also in Canada. The name of the trial is RIISC-THETIS. So it is a 2x2 factorial design. So one arm of the trial, they use low-dose colchicine, and the other arm, they use ticagrelor. And again, the patients with non-cardiobolic stroke or presumed atherosclerotic origin. Again, this trial is going to use colchicine for longer duration, not the brief duration that SUNS-3 did. So I'm really hopeful for those two studies to come back with positive results. So if they do, we'll have a low cost and readily available drug that we can use for our ischemic stroke patients.